Okay.
Go.
Okay, yellow is that that sunshine yellow color. If you see someone with that, this really light lemon, lighter than lemon meringue color yellow, little sunburst color, that person is just so cheerful. That person just brings the sun into the room and can actually change the color of the room. They bring joy with them. They bring belly laughs. They bring light with them, and happiness. But now every color has a yin and a yang, which that's what we've been talking about, and and everything has a, if you want to say, a grade, and it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's more of shades of, as they would say in the book, shades of gray. There's shades of every color. So the yellow can go from this light, joyful delight to the heavy yellow of worry, and with the moment of thought in between. Because the thoughtful person, their color is going to be a richer yellow, but it's not going to be dense. And the dense yellow people are the ones that worry. And when you worry, you erode away your faith, and you make your worries bigger, and you make your faith smaller. Worry is about love with control, and it's only because you love so much that you want it to be different for someone. So that yellow will have a really dense quality to it. It will, it's almost like cooked egg yolks. It's just really, it's really a heavy yellow, dense color. Then that brings us up to the green. And we've touched on all these colors lightly, but green can be that teaching and healing. It can create the environment for someone to feel secure and safe to accept other people's information. Green can be new beginnings and growth and exploring truth with passion, which I know is red, but with a life force of a yellow, curious mind. And then with the depth of blue, which is like the color of the sky or the color of the ocean, which I understand the ocean is reflecting the sky, but there's a depth to it, a volume. So green can be, and green can also be about really heavy dark green. Can mean that it could be about envy. It can be about things, your truth being stepped on. You're feeling less than. To the very light green, which is new beginnings in spring. So there is this scale that moves from one side to the other in every color. Blue, it can be, as I've said before, can be that you're assessing your life, you're contemplating your space, you're finding inner peace, your voice has nothing else to say, to the place of speaking up for others and mentoring others, or being an advocate for somebody who doesn't have a voice. Or it can be you're not going to share what you know, you need to hold on, like you're just the observer or the witness to life. You can have this blue tone. Blue works really well when you're going over the suggested speed limit on the interstate, because blue sometimes doesn't register with people. Blue is a cool color. It keeps people out of your space. It's different than red, but you get the same result. Blue, people will overlook you. They will not necessarily include you because of that color. It makes you almost invisible. The other side of blue is that you can feel that the world is shunning you, and blue people sometimes can feel like that they're depressed, or they don't feel connected to the planet or to the society that they're swimming in. The purple, the nation of Imagine, the third eye. Purple can be so spiritual that you're really not a whole lot of earthly good, or it can be that you're so determined to get your way that all you are focused on is getting your way on the earth. Those are the bookends of that color. The middle is being able to see the potential of a dream and bring it to earth and implement it. So it has the red power to implement, and it has the truth to support it, so it can go forward, or you can travel forward. Purple can be obsessive. Somebody can be very, I won't say product driven, or goal driven, or they can be just so light and airy it's really hard to talk about anything but spirituality. They're not going to be interested in the price of bread or gasoline. They're going to be just all about their philosophy. I haven't said this. I'll go back to this. I'll go back to that point in a moment. The white light is as fugent. It runs, it snaps, it crackles, it pops. It's like lightning. It is the embodiment of all the color. So you're working with a full toolbox that you can access at any time. White light is everything that is known on this planet that's brought out of the void that you can see, quote unquote. White light can be healing. White light can be that the person is exuding this white light and people feel it and they find their balance because they've come in contact with this white light. So it's almost like a compass that helps everybody find their own little path. But white light can also be built up pain or energy. White light can be energy that's not expressed yet. It can also be energy that in the body where there's inflammation or pain. Now, in my belief system is that what I have found for myself, that sometimes when we are in our greatest pain, we find our greatest revelation. So to me, both sides of that coin run together like a swirled ice cream or a marble cake or something where you're mixing. It mixes together and supports each other. When we go through our daily life, no matter what we do, we are using all of these chakras. They are not stagnant. They're not closed down. People think they're blocked because they're not using one thing or another. We all have our natural talents. Some of us are orange otter people who've never met a stranger, can just walk into a room and talk to everybody. And then other people, it is not their natural talent to be able to communicate with everyone. So they may fall back into their blue. But it doesn't mean that a blue person isn't creative. And it doesn't mean that an orange person can't be silent. It's just, and that doesn't mean that they're blocked. It just means that you might not be as comfortable in that space as you are as comfortable in the space that you've inhabited over your lifetime. So the idea of it being blocked, I don't agree with. I would agree that it is not comfortable. It's to inhabit that color or that chakra for you, but it's always available. All of these colors, all of life is available to you. It's however you choose to use it and build from it. Any other questions?
Yeah, since you're talking about blockage, because that's not from the people that ask questions about my chakra color art that I posted. I got a lot of interesting questions, but would you say that, like, let's for example, a Reiki master would claim that they could come and help you unblock these chakras, or are they just trying to walk with you like a child and show you how to use that color? Which one would be more real?
I've taken a lot of pictures of Reiki masters, and the first Reiki master picture I took, it was so interesting to me. It was one of the prettiest pictures I've ever taken. Still is. This lady person, it happened to be a lady, she had all of the colors of the chakras in her picture.
Wow.
And that is what you're looking for. If
you're talking about if you want to be balanced and you don't want just your purple chakra to dominate your aura
picture,
okay.
Right? In other words, it's
you want the rainbow.
If you you would like to have a rainbow. It doesn't matter how the rainbow shows up. It's about the peace and the blending. And it's about blending. It's not about segregating. Okay, it's not like saying my orange can't touch my yellow and my red, or my green can't touch my yellow or my blue, and my blue can't touch my purple. It's not about that kind of stiffness. It's about allowing the flow. And it's all about the comfort in your own skin. If you're and not every priest or Reiki master or healer or massage therapist, it's not about they have the document on the wall. It's about how comfortable they are in their own skin, to how they allow that gift to work and flow through them. It's not about the ritual of getting to that point. It's about being able to go to your deepest sadness and your joyous joy and offer the person that you're offering to help, and the person's desiring the help. Because the other thing is this: someone can say, I want help, and unless they're ready to go and dive into the depth of their own pain or stand on the highest point of their glory, the help is going to be will again have a limitation to it. The help can only the wisdom, the energy, the flow has to have a cup, a glass, a environment to live in. You know,
it's like and that saying from the Avatar. The shaman woman says, "You can't take any more because your cup is already full."
Full, correct.
Yeah, so yeah.
In other words, you have to be willing to allow the expansion to happen and to enter into this place that's not necessarily comfortable. So if you're dealing with someone who has a range, and you won't know this, or maybe you will know this, that's a judgment to say you won't know it. Sometimes we can feel it from people that this person has, or they can see it on their face by their age of their body. This person has had some life drama or life understanding or life wisdom, and they can embody an ocean, or they can embody a universe, because they have been on the sliding scale of humanity. And when they meet you where you are. So that the person that's offering the exchange of energy meets the person who is looking for expansion, where they are. And the person that is meeting the traveler, the wisdom gatherer, the healer, whatever you want to call this person, the other person has made space for this person to come into them. They've made an empty room and has said, through my willingness, I lay down all that I know to receive all that I do not yet know. And when they surrender the boundaries of their old,
of the old themselves,
the old thought, the healer or the wisdom seeker or the person that has the experience lets in this energy, breaks apart. It doesn't break apart. It's not painful. it's a quiet ooze, or it can be the snap of the lightning. That, because it has been said, in the twinkle of an eye, a life can change. So it can be that fast, that unexpected, but there is an agreement between the two for the energy to pass and a place for it to be received. I guess the word I've been looking for is a receptacle.
Yeah.
The person has to be able to have a receptacle that this energy can go into and cause the change or the movement, the desired movement or the wave that releases the stagnation. Because I don't think it's blockage. I think it's stagnation. I think we reach a place where it's stagnant. And then we just looking for something to break the stagnation, but to break our ice up,
mm-hmm.
and let us crack. So that's how I think or believe that healing comes. But sometimes there's a conscious willingness, and sometimes there's an unconscious willingness. Sometimes people.
Do you think that healing can happen over space? Like someone from France could help someone heal in the United States by feeling or seeing chakra colors in their heads, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but
okay, the energy knows no. This is your quantum physics. Energy knows no time or space.
Yes, that's a fact. Well, that's a quantum physics theory.
Truth.
Yeah, well, okay,
right.
They call it theory, Laura. We don't say truth yet.
There is this that is held true.
Yeah.
Okay, so but again, it's about the willingness of the two, or the three, or the four, or how many people that one person is speaking to. And it can come to you, and the healing can come in hearing bird songs, seeing a sunrise,
mm-hmm.
hearing a music. It's how this human spirit accepts that visual or auditory experience. Healing comes just silently. It can come just silently. So the answer is yes. And it's not always about the chakras, because the chakra system is just the grid of your one grid of your physical life. It's not the grid.
Okay, we're about to run out of time. We got 1 minute,
okay.
And I was going to address these behind the wall conversations that I had over the.
And we're going to do that in 1 minute?
No, we're not going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to continue this on for another day. But how many years have you actually taken pictures of chakras chakras, but
22. It's been. I'm
aura
going
colors.
Into, I believe my 22nd year I'm entering into.
And all of that time, this is your belief. This is the way you've seen them show up.
This is the way it shows up in people, and in all the pictures that I have done
mm-hmm.
in 21 years, you can only imagine how many pictures I've done. This is
thousands.
The consistency
mm-hmm.
in thousands upon thousands. I'm pretty sure that it's close to 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
It was between 15 and 20,000 pictures that I have done in my career. And it's the way it's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I am not scientific enough because I haven't done millions. But over 10,000 gives you a nice, linear figure.
Some of the stories you've told me that you've taken pictures from people that doctors, people with dogs, people with
physicists, to dogs, to people with cats on their laps, to children. Little people like 3-year-olds, babies, people that haven't come out yet.
Yes, that was an interesting
mommy,
story. Yeah,
mommies, daddies and mommies and babies and bellies. I've done them. I've done them all. You know.
Yeah, we could have a whole conversation about, you know, pregnant auras. You know.
Well, pregnant auras and people who have said that they've had implants in them. I mean, there's the spectrum of people that I have seen is the whole world gambit, from everybody from yogis to physicists,
Mm-hmm.
from doctors to Supreme Court justices of state courts,
Wow.
to your lawyer people, to the man who delivers your Coca-Cola.
So we're going to say that you've done them all.
I've done them all. Actors.
Yeah. Actors, yeah. Rappers. She's done some rappers too.
Oh yeah, my rapper people, my musicians. I've done them.
Well, we're going to cut this off. We're out of time now, and we'll talk about this again. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for. Let's play some more.
Yeah, we'll just put it all on the table. Put it all on the table. All right. Signing off.